That's the one.
Yeah. He's definitely more focused and more determined, and I think the challenge has brought him to a new level. I think he knows he has to be better than his previous fights to beat Joyce. So in that sense, yeah, I'm seeing a different side to him, but he's still the same, lovable guy and kind and very thoughtful and considerate. But there's a meanness and there's a couple of times in sparring when I've just said to him, right, get this guy out of there, go for it, just to show that little bit of ruthlessness, and he's done that in sparring, so pleased to see that. Even if you are humble and very nice, inside yourself somewhere you probably think, I'm still gonna kick this guy's ass, really. That's probably using a lot of different language, but you know what I can say. And I think he's probably a bit miffed because he's been underestimated. He's been everyone's saying Joyce is going to walk over him, that Parker doesn't have a choice or have a chance, that it's all going to be Joyce's fight, and I think that's ruffled him a little bit, and he's going to hopefully and will look to prove people wrong.
Have you liked seeing that side to him?
Yeah, he needs that. Everyone needs to have a bit of spite, and that's what I've seen in Joe. He can go a number of ways. You never know what's going to happen in a fight, and in a heavyweight fight. We're prepared for Joe's punching hard. We're prepared to box. We're prepared to punch. We're prepared to fight. We're prepared for every outcome. But if Joe can execute the game plan and stay calm emotionally, then he can make this fight very easy for himself. If he gets caught up trading with Joyce or gets caught with a shot and tries to retaliate too soon and gets involved in a fights Joyce's fight, then it could be a very hard night. But I think Joseph Parker has all the attributes: the speed of hand, feet, his combination punching, and the deliberate moves that we've worked out that will work perfectly against Joyce. And if he can do them, he'll win easy. And when you're trying to finish somebody off, that's when they're at their most dangerous. So you got to be careful, and there's an art to doing it. And if Joseph Parker hurts Joyce in this fight, he's still got to be very careful and not to punch himself out. He's got to be economical. He's got to choose his kind of moment, because I believe Parker will hurt Joyce lots of times this fight, because Joyce is easy to hit and Parker's punching very clean. So it's about picking the right moment, and I'll be there to guide him. He'll hear my voice, and I know when he's gone. I know when he's ready to go, and I'll be shouting to Joe, get him out of there. There's a respect there and admiration of each other, and we were put together by Tyson Fury. He recommended me to Joe and Joe to me, and it's been there's a great friendship there and a bond and a closeness, but there's also a great working relationship in terms of, I say jump and he says how high. That kind of way he works extremely hard, and he's fully respectful and listens to my opinion, and I think if I told him to run through a fire, he would, because that's what you need that for a coach. Boxing needs that for a coach, to have that kind of blind ambition and follow him no matter what he says. And Joe's trusted in me, and I trust in Joe, and hopefully we'll get the good result on Saturday. Tyson is the greatest heavyweight, one of all-time great heavyweights, and Joe's trying to get there, and Joe can be there, and Joe will be there. So that's what we're working on.
I think there's a bit of serendipity that of all the boxers in the world, we landed Joseph Parker, and similarly he has said that he'd probably be a builder in West Auckland having a few beers if we hadn't signed him up. So it sort of worked for both parties, and it's a bit serendipitous, and we kind of made history. Joseph made history, the first New Zealander, Samoan, to win the heavyweight world title. It's a massive achievement. I mean, over 100 countries do boxing, so for me it's up there, probably better than winning the Rugby World Cup. Yeah, he's right at the top again, and the exciting thing is I think he's a lot more mature, he's more comfortable in himself, he's enjoying his boxing, his training spiritually, physically, the skills he's learning. You can tell he's got a real fire in his belly. Second time round, first time it was probably all new. Joseph, you could almost call him a veteran now. He's gone 12 rounds with Chisora twice, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz Jr. Those are big names on his resume, and he's won more beat more of those guys than lost. And, you know, Joyce is untested at that level. My gut is that Joseph will win emphatically and make a statement. Does that mean a stoppage? Maybe. A lot of people say Joyce has an amazing chin, but you know, he hasn't really gone in the deep rounds against someone of Joseph Parker's quality. So, and for Joseph to finish Joyce by stoppage, that is a huge statement and puts him in the very elites, you know, top 3 in the world, and a world title shot is very much justified at that point.